I'm going to analyze is from a YouTube video called Dog Cam Flies to the Edge of Space 110,000 feet on a balloon. The weather balloon up to about 110,000 feet with a couple of cameras. What's remarkable about this footage is the sequence that just passed about 4 minutes. Here you can see the sun right above the clouds. I mean, it looks so close. It does not look any 92 million miles away, that's for sure. And so it creates this sunspot, for lack of a better term, that most think is just the sun's reflection. What I show in my analysis is that it can't be the reflection of the sun, but is actually a projection from the sun itself. In other words, the sun is so close to the clouds that it is actually shining directly on the clouds. And that is what is creating that spot. Let's take a look. Okay, alright, there's the sunspot I'm talking about. Notice it never moves in its position in the clouds. It doesn't move around where a reflection of the sun would move around, which I'll show you in my experiment coming up. Right now, see, it's locked in its position on the cloud. It is not moving. It is moving, even though the camera's moving up and down, side to side, that reflection should be following the eye and the camera. Okay, the light above the door represents the sun. That's my sun. And the floor is the clouds, the tile floor. Okay, there's a reflection of the light that's above the door. Now, I'm moving the camera around, and notice how it moves. It stays between me and the source, which is the sun or the light above the door. Right? As I move left, it moves left. If I squat down, it comes towards me. If I raise back up, it goes back to the center. I go to the right, it goes to the right. In other words, so it stays in front, or it stays between me and the source, which it did not do in that video. There was no movement, which tells me that was not a reflection in that video. That is a spot from the light, and I'm going to show you that in my next. Here's a little bit more footage of my experiment with the reflection and spotlight next to each other so we can see how differently they behave. Let me set this scene up. I moved the flashlight over here close to the reflecting yellow light for a better comparison. I have the flashlight hanging over the floor producing the blue spotlight. The yellow round light on the floor is the reflection of the light over the front door, and the floor represents the top of the clouds. Notice that as I move the camera around, the yellow reflection moves all over the place, but the blue spotlight stays in the same place relative to the floor. Just like in the dog cam video, the spot produced by the sun stays in the same spot relative to the clouds and does not move. Clearly, it's not a reflection of the sun on the clouds, but a projection of the sun's light due to its close proximity to the clouds. The small little whitish light is the reflection of the flashlight, and it too is moving around relative to the floor. Okay, have you ever been to the beach and walked along and the sun will follow you, like when it's shining off the water, or the moonlight? This is not a reflection. It does not move from its position in the clouds. That's a spot from the sun being directly over it. That's what it looks like. Like I've showed, it can't be a reflection. And here we are back to the dog cam video, and you can see the sunspot there coming into view. And again, it's a spot. It's not sliding around the top of the clouds like a reflection would do. As the camera moves around back and forth and up and down, that should be moving, but it's not. Interesting. Thank you so much. Alright, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.